Hello and welcome, Rush enthusiasts, to the last Rush Colosseum match this week. We will be watching Team Dream Ticket, who started last week with a loss, and versus KBussy and the Pussycats, who will be playing for the first time in the league this week, because they got a bye loss in the last week. So no one knows what they will be up to. And I'm excited to be here to actually see this. And as we can see, the people are slowly starting to select their tables. And soon we can jump into the final matches. And hello, Paco. How are you doing? And hello, Draco, as well. It's nice to hear that you're doing good, Paco. Okay, so to finalize the list before we jump in, at table 1 we have Yakatu versus Click 1014. At table 2 we have Moilek versus Stormy. And at table 3 we have Aurora versus Cardfighter. And let's start with table 1 in good old traditional manner. And we start seeing a Nail versus Luke in this case. Yakatu using Nail with Nail specific skills, so most likely we are seeing Itrago here. Versus Click 1014. Either aggro or dragons if they're spicy. We have seen last week Dream Ticket fielding actually resonance, so maybe they are up for it again. And yes, for Yakatu we have the classic Cybers, not going for the attack to go for one of the monsters, but being able to snipe the Hammer Crash, and now we know it. Yakatu is in fact playing aggro. Yep, Draco, you were right. And they have a wonderful start, turn 2 with Dragias. The best start you could imagine, well, sorry, turn 3. And flipping up the Light Sorcerer, still having a back row. And they have another tribute. After activating Light Sorcerers, reducing Femfron for 600. And having also the Thunder Cavalry. Sadly, not piercing yet. But with Itrago and the third Gazelle, this is not looking good for Yakatu. This is a very fierce start by Click 1014. Leaving Yakatu only at 2,000. Oh my god, did he just miss Lever by 100 points? OMG! He did not miss lethal. I think, at least from looking at the cards he's been played, I think he did the max damage that he could have. So, not missed, but very, very close. And the response from Yakatu is an Itrago with a Seal Array against one back row, trying to aim for the Tragias. And it seems like at the moment... Oh no, not going for the Tragias. The Talisman is going for the Trigger Trago. And he summons the last monster Connector Dog, going over the Trigger Trago. But... Oh, that was a quick one, my friends. I mean... Turn 5... And Click 1014 keeps putting one-upping. After the negate attack, also Tribute of the Doom. Not even bothering to go for the Tragias, instead crashing with the Gazelle, and then finishing with Tragias. That was a very one-sided match, I must say. Aggro really showing their strengths in this game, and showing what happens exactly if a Drago drops. I think now that we're like, what was this, 2 minutes? Seems like Aurora is still waiting for the yes, Quantum Tragius #1 forever. Is apparently waiting for the opponent, or the opponent is siding. So let's jump into Stormy 5. Let me actually check. Okay, Stormy 5 is still the first match going on. So let's jump into this. Let's see what Table 2 has brought to us today on this wonderful match. Okay, anyone willing to bet if this is a machine versus machine? Anyone taking the bet? I am doubtful. Because we see here now 2 Yugas facing off against each other, and Yuga with one personal... Oh! I stand corrected! We have a Magnum Overlord here! I did not see this coming, honestly. Quite a bold choice, I must say. I think so far, well, to be fair, so far Magnum has not performed well. I think so far they're sitting at a 50-50 win rate. Magnum buffo by Moilek. That is interesting indeed. Okay, sorry people, it was a mirror, but not the machine mirror we expected. Instead we have a beautiful Magnum Overlord mirror. How fascinating. And Stormy using the turn 2 to the most that it can. Sadly not having a card in hand to use Toner effect. But sinking 2000 in over the opposing Overlord and destroying the buffered slime. Oh my god. That's looking good for Stormy. And for the team KBussy and the Pussycats. Okay, Moilek going for the reduce on Toner. Having a Toner of their own, activating it on SRM as well, and having the Valkyria in defense. That is actually a quite defensive board. For Magnum Overlord. What will... Yeah, the Valkyrie sense makes perfect sense. Stormy going for dealer, the start guarding dealer, activating the skill, pitching blue, setting a monster, not flipping it. What is... Destructing against the centerpiece. It seems like Stormy is either frustrated or either trying to slowly reduce their own health to be able to actually use the Magnum first. Yeah, honestly, I think it's the only Magnum matchup that we've seen so far, I think, is versus Machine, where it was basically 50. The win rate was 50-50. Yeah, that's probably what they want, Draco. But I don't know how well this actually is gonna be. Like, well, depending on how aggressive Moilek is, this might work. Yeah, but even if he has the Spellcaster's flips, he's not in Lethal Rage with the current field. I mean, Moilek discarded SRM, so he probably has another SRM up there. Yes, Moilek has now really to decide if he's trying to push for it or not. Since Stormy has a card in hand, he probably has one of the piece. Probably not blue, since we obviously already see a blue on the hand, and he milled the blue back last round with a skill. So it's probably only one piece away. And I think this is what pushed Stormy to go for this aggressive play with the Mystic Dealer. And yeah, Moilek had a second SOM in hand. Activating the effect, pitching green, setting the last monster. Oh, sorry, it was the skill. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Flipping a second centerpiece. Wait, does he have like... He had access to all colors, that's interesting. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's over. Stormy pokered and lost. Well, to be fair, he still would have If he hadn't attacked, he would still be alive. That was a risky play that did not pay off for Stormy. Giving Moilek the first round, actually, balancing out the individual scores between Dream Ticket and KBussy and the Pussycats. Aurora still not. Okay, I have to check now if Aurora still has not played. So we have Aggro versus Cybers. Let's jump back into this matchup. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well, Draco. I don't know if it's just the opponent not being there, but I guess we'll hear something from Disturbia sooner or later about this. Depending on how's it going and what the Discord is saying. Internet issue, that is indeed annoying. Yakato starting the game 2 with solid defense, not solid defense wall, 2 face down sets and a back row. And Click opening the Ghost Cyclone. Oh, getting the sweet extra card of it. And Tribute setting with 2 monsters and setting another face down. That is probably then the trigger Drago. And he got rid of the Tribute to the Doom and has a back row of his own. Yakato flipping his both monsters that were Peace and Dark Femtron. Going for the connector dog, activating the Ragnarok skill on his side only. Probably going for 2 tributes. One is the Ultra Shoot. And that particle the negate attack, that's a good one. Oh, and also a second Ultra Shoot. Interestingly, not going for the skill. Okay, he can't hit, he only has 2 monsters at the moment. And actually running in the skill would have been very helpful. Let's see if Click can find a way to deal with the second Ultra Shoot as well. That would put him in a rather advantage position. And yeah, the set Blue Eyes was really, really nice. And he has the Tragias. I mean, it works. It clears the 1500 and one of the... It can crash into the Ultra Shoot. And then you can go the other Ultra Shoot with the Blue Eyes. But it's not necessarily what you want. Like crashing Modus Tragias always feels so... Okay. He has also the Talismanic Seal Array. Click showing again a very aggressive play and being supported by his draws as well. Milling the SL for Tragias, perfect, what more do you want? And being able to clear the board while sitting on another back row again. Yeah, I think honestly Blue Eyes is a very nice addition for the aggro deck because several decks have slight troubles dealing with it. Either when, and especially you don't expect a 2500 body in defense. Yakatu normaling 1 piece and a connector dog. And again a Dark Femtron, activating the skill, putting a card back on the top of the deck. And has 1 Ultra Shoot. Which sadly will be only enough to clear one of them. Click is still able to deal 2000 damage, to kill 1000 damage and go for lethal. And I think here we have probably the second winning for Click. Giving KBussy and the Pussycats the first win of best of 3 win in this round. Putting them in their favor. Depending... Oh! And for the finish he has the second Tragus as well. And the Sorcerer Sensitivity with a light social combination. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it's over for Yakatu. Thank you for pointing it out. I'm a bit slow with switching the icons to highlight who is playing. And he's going for the crash. And there we have the first 2-0 for KBussy and the Pussycats. Click managing to clearly stomp Cybers into the ground. I'm curious how Dream Ticket is planning to answer this in, well, round 2, depending on how this goes, of course. Okay. We have the game 2 between Click and... Ah, sorry, that was the game just now. Misclicked on Click, on accident. Any bets on who wins? Yeah, it looks... Actually... We know that Morlek won the first one. I think actually Stormy won the second one because they're actually, I think, at the third one at the moment. Is my assumption at least. But honestly, it's still kind of interesting how two Magnums play up against in the end. Stormy 01. Are you sure it's Stormy? We have... That makes more sense. Apparently a disconnect on either end. So this is the real game 2 and we actually don't know who will win this one. Stormy again going first, Stormy in the bottom, Morlek in the top. Let's see how this one will go. And who will be driving this one? Who will be risky? Apparently Stormy has learned from his last game and starting with a set 3. Classic move. Morlek activating skill, pitching blue. Setting 1-1. He got SM and 2 back row. That's a good start. The question is he gonna keep the last card he has in hand, or is he actually gonna play it? On its own, SM won't be able to break through. Yeah, he's just reducing, getting rid of one of the monsters. It was a Mystic Dealer. I mean, not the worst to get rid of in this situation, I would say. Light Source of Sanctity, okay, that is good. Reducing down the SM to 10. Oh, and he had the Valkyrie set as well. Okay, this looks way better now for Stormy. Actually being able to double SRM. Morlek still has 2 back rows and he kept the hard card in hand, so probably he has a non-blue piece. Oh, milling the third SRM. That is not something that you want to see. And also the DMG earlier. And Morlek apparently did not throw the Magnum. Reducing one of the SRM, setting a third back row. Flipping up the Torna. Pitching Sword and Shield. And only going for the already weakened SRM. Interesting that he did not activate Sword and Shield. That would have further reduced the attack of SRM and did a little bit more damage. I guess he wants to stay below, but yeah. Let's see if this these extra 600 would have made a difference. Stormy is reducing and not attacking. That is interesting. Let's use the skill though to set a monster, and Morlek being able to snipe the monster reincarnation, which is actually kind of sad because as a Magnum player you actually kind of want to use it, especially since now Stormy has the blue piece in graveyard and also the green piece on the field, so he's probably trying to fish for a red one. Morlek pitching blue, setting a monster, having not... okay. He's switching, instead of Torna, using Wonder Splat. Yeah, I agree, Draco. 3 backrows is very scary, but we've actually just seen that one of them was a bluff in form of Magical Stream. And punching through with 1800 damage. The difference is very close between these decks. Morlek leading with 400 life points. Let's see, did he get the centerpiece? No, he had another green one. Pitching it for the skill. Reducing the Axel Splat. Is he going for the kill on the Axel Splat? He's flipping Torna. And moving the Sun Sword in attack. Activating the Seven Road with Mystic Dealer. Not activating the Torna. And deciding to inflict the 2200 damage by attacking Axel Wonder with SRM. And Moilek is not activating it, probably sitting on a buffered slime at one of these. And now being perfectly able to use it. And with a 1800 deficit, that could be a scary Magnum. Though it's difficult because he doesn't actually, will only see, yeah, top deck. And only one piece is guaranteed. The question is, did he draw the other two? And the other 4 cards? And can he with this decide the match, possibly? Because if he has it, the Magnum would go 4 to 51 plus 758. That would be enough to go for lethal over the Torna. If he has the pieces. And he has the maximum Shokan. The great, supreme machine Magnum Overlord is here to decide the game. If Moilek sees the line. Yep. And while still sitting on free back row. That is a very clear game. And yeah, going to 67, 6,700, and that is a clear leaf if I've seen it. With 1500 over the top. And Moilek brings it home for Team Dream Ticket, putting it currently at a crossing. Which actually now makes us wait for Aurora and their partner, who have not played at all and are deciding who will take round 1 home. Let me quickly see if there are any news on the Discord. Or Disturbia, if you're watching, can you give us a short summary? Okay, it seems that Cardfighter got a O2. Basically for not being able to be there in time. Yeah, this is really awkward. Ah, sorry, put it in. Giving Aurora the win. And giving the first round to Team Dream Ticket. So let's advance to the next round. Let's see. Yeah, I guess KBussy and the Pussycats are slightly frustrated about this. And now they have 5 minutes to either see if they can sub someone in. To be able to sub for Cardfighter, unless they've made it back by now. Or to decide to change the matchups. So far, Click has been very strong. But the mirror match did not go in their favor at all. And we still don't know what either Aurora or KBussy and Pussycat's third person has actually in store for us today. But I must say, so far interesting, especially since we actually have not seen machines, which, to be honest, is something that I completely did not expect, considering that in the last games this week, between TCM and Rulers of Warple Sword, we actually saw in total 3 machine decks between the two teams. The game between Canahawk and Rush, Chipper and Blue had in total 4 machine decks. And also the second game in this week between Phantom Kings and Latin Kings also had on the side of Latin Kings 3 machine decks versus 1 on the side of Phantom Kings. So a lot of machine this week. In fact, so far more than last time. But so far, we have not seen Machine. This is actually honestly a quite nice change, I must say. So far, I would say the strongest impact on both sides would be aggro, which showed the strongest response, I would say. Though, especially since Table 2 we had the mirror between two Magnum Overlords, actually seeing it once. And in the first game, Stormy miscalculating and going for a risky move that got completely exploited by Moilek. So yeah, in a couple of minutes we will see how things are going. Let me quickly check in the room members if KBussy actually also has the third member. So Yakatu, Moilek and Aurora are there. Okay, Cardfighter is in theory in the room still. Yeah, either that or honestly, I can understand that he wanted to go for the draw. I think he would have also survived if they did if Stormy did not crash into the Magnum. I mean, we can check it and take a look at it again. Okay. It seems that KBussy has decided to go. Okay, now we have to turn to the side of the game, I think. Okay, it was not this round yet. Okay, here it was. Stormy was at 4,400 life points. He went for the effect of the Mystic Dealer and crashed. So remember 44. So 900 extra life points. Plus, even if it would have been an attack, you would have another extra 1,000 buffer, so 54. So a total of 1,900. Which would have saved him and left him at 100 life points. So yeah, quite an aggressive play that ended up deciding game 1. And he would have had a perfect Magnum setup next round if he just hadn't attacked. Okay, so now to the pairings for this round. On table 1 we have Yakatu versus Click again. So basically the matchup we had in that round, which is understandable. It went very well for KBussy and the Pussycats. On table 2 we have Moilek with Magnum against Cardfighter with an unknown deck. On table 3 we have Aurora versus Stormy. So Magnum. So since we haven't seen so far what Cardfighter has brought to the table today, let's jump in and watch this game. Thank you, Disturbia. So, Moilek versus Cardfighter. We know on top we have Magnum Overload, and it seems like Cardfighter did bring Yggdraga. So we have the wonderful anime battle, or the event battle that every one of us knows by now. But unlike the anime battle, it seems that Cardfighter did not get the skill to start with Yggdraga on the field. Moilek starting with the skill, pitching blue. Setting a monster with the skill. Setting a second monster. And setting a third monster. Keeping one card in hand. He's thinking. Cardfighter. Yeah, and ends the turn. Card puts the blue back on top. So probably another piece in hand. Interesting, because it will be difficult in this situation for Cardfighter to actually gain some ground. He's playing Reset Runner. sending a piece from top of the deck and to the graveyard and shuffling his deck. Playing Chaos Femtron, being able to trigger Chaos Femtron, taking a piece in hand, and maximum summoning turn 1. In fact, we are dealing with the event nail. Congratulations, and with this is actually in fact able to attack over the set free and deal some damage. And we see Drago in all its beauty, the animation. Let's see which card he's going for. He's going for the center card, which was a green piece. That's interesting, since he has green piece set, he probably kept a green piece in hand and had 2. So we can estimate that he will next turn definitely have green and blue. The question is, can he draw red? If he does, I think this could be not lethal yet. I think he's 500 life points off. He gets Magnum gets to 7th. Hello, Sora! Yeah, it's really hilarious, Paco. Like, I think Magnum goes to 7,500, 8,500, so basically only deals 4,500 damage. Hi, Penny! So, even if not gonna happen, plus he's still staring down at 3 back rows, which can be anything, including negate attack. So, he's going instead for the skill activation, pitching a blue and setting a 3rd monster. Reducing Drago down to 3,200, so now it would be 5,300. Still not enough. Setting a back row, and this back row better be something, because if it is not, I think Cardfighter will have the first victory. Oh, Molik has 3 back row instead, so he will probably definitely have something. Flipping his monster's face up, reducing... not even reducing. So he's forcing the attack on the Valkyria, which would be lethal. So we know that he definitely has something. The question is, okay, a card fight has 1 back removal. Going for the right and the buffered slime. He has a 2nd back removal. 50-50 chance, going for magical stream. Now the question is, does he have the 3rd back removal? Because this situation reeks like negate attack. Dream Team won the first round. Basically, Moilik won the first round, and Aurora won the first round as well via disconnect from Cardfighter, because he did not appear in time, hence giving the round 1 to Dream Ticket. And there's the kill with Drago, giving Cardfighter a glorious entry into the league scene with a turn to Drago, immediately deciding the game. Okay, let's jump in and see what Aurora has brought for us. If I remember correctly, last week Aurora was on Harpies. Let's see if they brought Harpies again. Still having Mimi with an archive skill, so could still be Harpies. Yeah, Kisa, maybe. So Aurora starting with a set 3, not going aggressively into Magnum, for Magnum usually doesn't have these strong aggressive boards, so might have been possible. Stormy having the Torna, flipping up the Harpy Lady, and yes, Aurora is indeed on Harpies again. Normal summoning the Mystical Attributing for Magical Dark Magical Girl, dealing 700 damage through. And Torna going for another set monster, leaving Aurora with 1 monster on the board. And no back row is on the field. Aurora summoning Harpy's Pet Dragon with Harpy Lady, having beautiful 3000 attack, going over the Trona, dealing 1400 damage, but leaving the Harpy Lady in attack position. So allowing Stormy to attack through, as also still being able to attack through the Pet Dragon itself with the effect, pitching blue. Reducing the Harpy instead, going for the maximum damage of 1500. And keeping the Harpy Lady in attack, prohibiting Aurora from activating the flip effect of the skill. Aurora playing Essel, activating Essel, milling, recital, and talismanic. That's not what you want to see in this situation. Normal summoning Harpy Sister the Centerpiece, Harpy Lady Sister the Centerpiece. Boosting Pet Dragon to 4100. Woohoo! Getting Stormy down to 2500 with life point difference of 1300. Tragias, Magnum. Yeah, I'm ready for Magnum as well. Against 2 back row, and I think Magnum would... There's the Magnum! Paco, you knew it. Question, is that lethal? That's 2000 already against the bird. Plus 700. 2700 plus the life turn difference of 18. Yeah, I think this should be lethal, yeah. Let's see if it will go through. If Stormy can keep Aurora at bay and the Harpy Lady Sisters. 6200, and we have a delay. But nothing that saves us. Yeah, even a counter pigeon wouldn't have worked against this. Stormy taking the first game clearly with Magnum. Magnum having a very strong not a strong presence. A balanced presence. Oh yeah, thank you for pointing this out. And I forgot the number. I'm very sorry, Stormy, if you're watching this. And now let's see if we can go to Click versus Yakatu, the first game. And see how they have been facing off. Ah, thank you. And now we have a beautiful matchup of Yakatu playing Cybers versus Click in his aggro deck. Click starting as normal for the first turn, very defensive. With 1 back row and 3 sets. Yakatu most likely will have troubles facing this. Unless he has the maximum, which he does not turn 1. Unlike our friend Cardfighter in the last game we watched. But he has 2 backers of his own. So Click is flipping the Light Sorcerer, using the Connector Dog, and then normal summoning the Tragias. Which will, depending on the back row, again leave a very strong impact in the game. Let's see what else Click has for us this turn, and if Yakatu can counter this. He's milling another Tragias, that hurts. Normal summoning Light Sorcerer. Interesting that he did not go for Sorcerer of Sanctity effect earlier. Because then the Connector Dog would have been at a lovely 100 damage, and if Yakatu has nothing, that would have been lethal. I mean, it is still lethal. If that is not... No, it's not a guard. The guard won't save. Buffered Slime maybe, but no. A very clean and aggressive win for Yakatu. Sorry, Click. Okay, so basically the first game in each matchup was won by KBussy and the Pussycats. Are they trying to turn it around and go for round 3? Okay, we watched this match, we watched this match, we watched this match. Time for Click vs Yakatu round 2. In round 2. This time we have Click in the top half and Yakato in the bottom half. Let's see if Yakato can put up more of a trouble. So, in the first round, Click faced Yakato already. And yeah, of course he decided, KBussy and the Pussycats decided to stay in this matchup if he won 2-0 in the first round. Yakato starting a bit more aggressive this time. Going for an Ultra Shoot turn 1 with 1 back row. Activating Chaos Femtron's effect. Whoops, sorry. And passing. Not able to return something, but milling out TSA and a Particle Acceleration. Again, not cards that you want to see go. Click having the Hymercross for the back row. And then Essel turn 2. Oh no. Oh no. And there goes the second back row removal. Essel, luckily, not milling anything significant. And monster-wise, but sending Negate Attack and Ghost Cyclone to the grave, so giving Yakato a chance, but Click still had a Tragias in hand, so I don't know if the missing Negate Attack will make a difference. I mean, Tragias can go over the Chaos Femtron. Oh, milling a Tragias. Damn, Click, what is your luck? Is he going for the crash? Yep, he is going for the crash, leaving the Light Sorcerer for a direct attack, putting Yakato down to 3400 with one, and Click has 1 monster and 1 back row to protect him. Knowing Cyrus, that's usually not very effective, especially since Cyrus is playing very aggressively. And returning the piece, 1 piece back to hand, and having the third back row removal. The back row even was a bluff, Talisman Accelerate. So I think that's this. Is that the second gun? Yakato actually not being able to use the chance, just being able to clear the Light Sorcerer. No, it's only 1 gun. But having to back row. Yakato, Click having the second Talisman Accelerate, milling both Tragises back in the deck as you wish it. Reducing the Chaos Emperor to 600, normally the Gazelle. Summoning Essel in addition, setting 1 back row, and then attacking over. And Yakato deciding to go for the Negate Attack in this situation. Preserving his Chaos Femtron, which is understandable since he probably wants to go for the maximum. Milling another piece, 2 pieces, and Tribute to Doom. And here comes the maximum summon, which is actually gonna be tough for Click to deal with because he already has used 2 of his Talisman Accelerates. And I don't know if he's actually playing a third. If he's playing a third, I think he can still out this. Aside from that, I don't see how Click can win against Yggdrago. Will this turn it around into a 1-1? Did we get a match, a game 3 in this fight? Also activating the skill to reduce Essel down to 200, hitting in for 3800 attack. Oh. It's not looking good for Click at all. Especially since Yakato is still sitting on 1 back row as well. Well, I spoke too soon, he's sitting on no back row. No buff and slime for him, but 2 sets. 1 tribute set, 1 normal set. It won't be enough. It won't be enough to stop Yggdrago. Yggdrago flipping up the normal monster. Oh, even going for Talisman Accelerate. Woohoo! Yakato in for the revenge from round 1. Dealing a clear win against Click. Putting them at a 1-1 in this round. Team Dream Ticket being able to balance this table 1 back. So we've seen the second round of Click versus Yakato. It seems both table 2 and 3 have finished the other games. Let's start with Stormy versus Aurora. Magnum versus Harpy the second. Can Stormy bring it home for KBussy and the Pussycats? Or will the Burbs win? Stormy on the top, Aurora the Harpies on the bottom. Stormy going first with Magnum. Drawing a card, playing Mystic Dealer in attack position. Activating effect, pitching Toner. Activating Overload, pitching a blue, setting 1, setting a back row. Flipping the 7th Sword Magician up. Again, Stormy with a very aggressive play, which he already showed that he liked them in round 1. Let's see if it will be as if he will milling the green piece and putting the blue back. Aurora drawing. Let's see if Aurora can use the situation. Turn 2 Essels. Milling a talismanic and recite. Luckily, Stormy has a Torn in the graveyard. Playing Trick Pigeon, distributing both for Harp's Pet Dragon, distributing the Torna for Happy Lady Sister, the centerpiece. This is again one big Pet Dragon. And Aurora setting a back row, going for the attack over the SRM with the Pet Dragon. I think a small delay there, but Stormy not trying to activate it. Happy Lady Sister stealing another 1100 damage over the Mystic Dealer. Stormy drawing. We know that he has the maximum piece. Okay, the maximum piece. How strong will it be this time? Will it be lethal? He has 2600 extra damage. So basically 500 over the Harpy, so 4000. Plus 4700 damage against one back row. I don't think... No, this is not enough. The question is, does Stormy have something else to help in this case? Activating the measure, putting it to 7500. Going over the Pet Dragon, and then yeah. And I would have been lethal anyway. Stormy now sitting on 2 back rows. Are the Harpies able to get over? They would have been able to get over with the Pet Dragon if they draw correctly. The centerpiece sadly only able to go up to 3100, so unable to deal with it unless they have a Talismanic Seal Array. Boosting the Harpy Lady Sisters, activating Harpy Lady Sisters effect up to 3100, and they have the Seal Array. Getting Magnum Overlord down to 1500. This attack would not kill, but the attack of the 2 Essels that follow will. Okay. Does Stormy have back row that saves him? Or are they plus again? The back row of Stormy not able to save him. Again, allowing Aurora to take a win, and again balancing table 3 out and going for a match 3. Both Dream Ticket and KBussy and the Pussycats both doing their best that they can. Okay, let Aurora... this was the second Aurora. Now we will see the second match of Morlek versus Cardfighter. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if the SL activations actually made a difference. I think... okay, maybe they needed one more Winged Beast in the graveyard to activate the effect. If they did not have that, they wouldn't have won. Okay, on the bottom with Cardfighter with Drago versus Magnum on the top. Cardfighter activating maximum Ragnarok. Milling. Oh, negate attack and 2 back row removal. You don't want to see this. Putting a card to the bottom of his deck, going for a double Atrashoot without any protection. I mean, knowing the... But milling another centerpiece and a Chaos Femdrop, also not something that you want to see. Because that Chaos Femdrop is staying there. Luckily for Cardfighter, unless there's a Torna in play, one Atrashoot will stay alive. And Cardfighter will only take 200 damage. Which I mean is good for him and also good for Moylek and Magnum if he's able to maximum summon it. Oh, Cardfighter again getting the third back row removal, getting rid of Magical Stream, drawing another Chaos Femtron. Having a Reset Runner. activating the effect to mill buffered slime. Okay, I think Card Fighter is out of any meaningful back row. He has the Berserktical Mani and a very weak opposing Magnum going down to 500 attack and being able to deal 3k That is arrogance. That is arrogance if I've ever seen one. Destroying the Magnum with the right head of Yggdrago, going for 3500 direct. If Moilik draws Yggdrago, Card Fighter won't win. Moilik instead activating the skill, indicating that he might not have the Magnum piece yet, going fully defensive. Card Fighter needing to actually draw their own maximum piece, else they won't be able to deal with the set free pass. Normal summoning another Berserktical Mani. I don't think Berserktical Mani will be enough to actually survive the Magnum attack. Magnum would deal 1200, 1900 plus the life point difference, which is 1900, 4900 plus. Okay, Berserktical Mani is actually able to survive at the moment against Magnum. Moilik again going for set free, clearly waiting to draw the maximum. The question is, who will draw the maximum first? Card Fighter or Moilik? Card Fighter using his skill on his own Ultra Shoot to be able to shuffle a card, probably I think to the bottom. Yep, to be able to filter his hand a bit more. Moilik again not being able to maximum summon. But now he has a back row. And as we know, Card Fighter is out of back row removal. He already has played his. There's the maximum summon. Did Moilik draw? No, he did not draw the negate attack. Oh. Damn it, back row again not saving Magnum Overlord. Actually deciding the first best of 3 in round 2 in favor of KBussy and the Pussycats. Now both Yakatu and Aurora need to win their third game each to be actually able to decide who wins. And we'll be able to see this now. So please Disturbia, since you probably already know, no spoilers. We have Click against Yakatu. Click again on his extra build. So far being 1-1. Click not being able to deal with Yggdrago. Yggdrago being a real menace today. More so than the Overlord himself. Even though we've seen both maximums today, which is actually something really nice. Thank you for not spoiling Disturbia. Yeah, especially since it's actually kind of in a sticky situation for Team Dream Ticket. They need to win the next 2 matches to advance to round 3, else... Oh wait, no, there will be a round 3. Oh well, sorry. Let me rephrase. If Dream Ticket wins the next 2 matches, they will carry the match home with a clean 2-0. Okay, what? You don't pay attention for 1 second, and Click has 2 Light Sorcerers and 2 Light Sorcerer of Sanctity and a Light Sorcerer, reducing Manacle and Dark Vampire each by 900, and then a 3-bit summoned Lightning Trigger Trago, dealing 14 damage, and the Light Sorcerer dealing 900 damage and a 1100 direct attack. Honestly, those are the plays that you want to see if you play Sorcerer of Sanctity. Those are exactly the plays that you want to see. Mikatu countering with Chaos Phantom, not being able to take a card back hand, but popping the back row. It was a negate attack! He was able to clear it. Tribute summon the Atra Shoot. Activate an Atra Shoot effect, not drawing a card. But Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage and a very, very dead Trigger Drago. Being able to deal 2800 attack. Does Yakatu still have meaningful back row? He lost a buffered slime to his mills. Oh, he's actually quite far away from actually trying a card. Oh boy. Click has found the Dragias. Knowing Click is probably going for the crash. Come on, Click. Double Doom, really? Milling a Faith Bird and running into the negate attack. This is not looking good for Click. Not looking good at all. Yakatu having another Chaos Femtron. Activating his effect, putting a card on the top of the deck and maximum summoning. Sorry for skipping. And he has already used the negate attack. This is lethal. Yakatu taking this round home. Putting Dream Ticket in KBussy 1-1 and actually making the Harpies matchup way more important. The Harpy matchup now being able to decide the outcome of this match. If there will be a round 3 or if there will be a clean 2-0 victory for the Dream Ticket team. And KBussy and the Pussycats entering the league after getting the first bye week 1 with a loss. Are they able to keep the loss away from them for another round? Or will Aurora, using Harpies, decimate the Magnum deck? Aurora starting with a face down Pendragon with 2500, which will be... No, actually there won't be a way for Stormy to deal with this. They don't have any 2500 attacks unless he's able... Okay, he's not even activating the skill, but still attacking into the Fairy Dragon. That's a risky move, as we actually have been seeing all around today from Stormy. He's being very frivolous with his life points, hoping for the sweet, sweet Magnum kill. Aurora summoning Harpy Lady right. I think he just wanted to reduce his life points, or he forgot the defense of Harpy Dragon. I think he wanted to reduce his life points. Which actually will again lead to his early demise. Unless the last card is a buffered slime or something. It's a buffered slime. If he draws a Drago, this will be a very impressive Drago. If he might have one piece in hand, playing Mystic Dealer, trying to fish for another piece. Is it the... Ah, it's not there. Damn it. It's not Magnum Overlord. But 7th Road Magician. Taking the field. Should be able to clear the Pet Dragon, I think. Yeah, 7th Sisso's here. Woo! Yeah, and even the... He has a second 7th Sisso! Oh my god! Yeah. Well, to be fair, Stormy knew he had the back row, so he probably was a bit more... frivolous. Interesting misplay, I would say. He could have dealt another 600 damage there if he had attacked the Harpy Lady Sisters first, and then the Pet Dragon. Quite interesting choices. Interestingly, Aurora not being able to answer the SRMs. Setting free. Which means Stormy will need a toner to actually do something. He's maximum summoning now? That is unexpected. Yeah, strange choice of attacks and strange choice of maximum summoning. Paku, if there is a piece Pierce in our future, I'd be amazed. And yeah, Pierce would be hilarious. Pumping. Did he just? Oh, Paco, you were apparently wrong. It would have been funny, but yes, doesn't have the Pierce. Instead, Aurora coming with the tribute to the doomed. And Stormy scooping. And guys, I think this decides it. Team Dream Ticket won 2 matches at best of 3 this round, giving them a total score of 0, and we are thus, unless I miscalculated somewhere, not going into a round 3. A very clean sweep by Dream Ticket. And yeah, giving Dream Ticket the first win in the league for them. Actually being, if I remember correctly, the first team with 1-1. All of the other teams that lost, and all the other teams that won. So as far as I noticed, the first team with actually a result of 1-1. Yeah, I don't know what Stormy was thinking there, Froggy, but he went for it, hoping that at least the big body of his giant robot would keep him safe with 200 life points, but directly walking in tribute to the Doom and ending his hopes and dreams. You shouldn't bank on any dreams playing against Dream Ticket. Bad choice. And anyway, this would be the last game of the week, if I remember correctly, for both divisions. So soon we will most likely get a small wrap up from Disturbia in the Discord. Wait, let me check. Is there a command for Discord? Yes! Haha! Disturbia set it up perfectly. Wonderful. If you're not in the Discord yet and want to keep track of the standings and also the upcoming matches, please join the Discord. You'll find all the information there. When the matches will be, what the standing is, who will be streaming, and yeah. Aside from that, I think that's it. Thank you very much for joining me today in this quite interesting match between Dream Ticket and KBussy. We saw a lot of maximum summons, which I didn't expect. We saw 0 lag machines, which was even more surprising. And a lot of maximum summons. I think I already said that. But anyway, thank you very much. Disturbia, can you do the raid thing? Or should I do a raid thing? Or how does this work? I can cast, but I can't handle Twitch yet. Because I think there are other Rush streams at the moment going on, so it might be nice to actually raid one of them. I mean, why not? I think Grand Harry is currently doing the Rush robbery, so that actually, or at least streaming Rush, so that actually might be interesting. And good for the Rush community! Woo! Okay, Master Disturbia. Raid for me! And we will be raiding Grand Harrier. If you're in for more Rush Duels, feel free to join. And have a wonderful week until we see each other again with next week's matches for the Rush Duel Links Colosseum. See you too, Froggy.